Welcome back to G Fun Facts Online, your go-to source for fascinating insights into the world around us. Today, we're diving deep into a revolution that's happening right now in medicine, one that promises to make healthcare truly personal. Imagine a world where your doctor doesn't just guess which medicine might work best for you, but knows, based on your unique genetic code. Sounds like science fiction? Well, it's rapidly becoming science fact, thanks to something called next-generation pharmacogenomics. For the longest time, when you got sick, your doctor would prescribe medicine based on general factors, your age, your weight, things like that. It was a bit like trying to find the perfect outfit for everyone based on just a few basic measurements. Sometimes it worked, but often it didn't. Why? Because we're all incredibly different on a genetic level. This genetic lottery means some of us might break down a drug too quickly, making it useless, while others process it too slowly, leading to nasty, even dangerous side effects. Pharmacogenomics, or PGX for short, is all about ending this guesswork. It's like getting a personalized genetic map to guide your doctor to the best treatment for you. So, what makes it next generation? Well, it's all about incredible leaps in technology. First up, we have next-generation sequencing, or NGS. Think of it as a super fast, super efficient way to read your DNA. It can look at huge chunks of your genetic code, or even your entire genome, identifying tiny variations that can dramatically change how you react to medication. This used to take ages and cost a fortune, but NGS has made it much quicker and more affordable. Then there's long-read sequencing, or LRS. While NGS reads short bits of DNA, LRS can read much longer pieces. This is super important because some of the key genes involved in drug response are really complex and tricky for short-read methods to understand properly. LRS can basically read an entire gene involved in drug processing in one go, giving us a much clearer picture. Now, all this genetic data is, well, a lot of data. That's where artificial intelligence and machine learning come in. AI and ML are like super smart detectives that can sift through mountains of information, spotting complex patterns and connections that humans might miss. They can help us discover new links between genes and drugs, predict how you'll respond to a specific medicine, and even speed up the hunt for new treatments. And it doesn't stop there. Scientists are now looking at a multi-omics approach. This means they're not just looking at your DNA genomics, but also your RNA, transcriptomics, proteins, proteomics, and metabolites, metabolomics. It's like putting together a giant jigsaw puzzle, where each omic layer gives us a different piece of your personal health picture. The more pieces we have, the clearer the image, and the better we can tailor treatments. So, how is all this fancy tech actually changing things for patients? One of the biggest impacts is in optimizing drug selection and dosage. Imagine knowing from the get-go that a common painkiller won't work well for you because of your genes, or that you need a lower dose of an antidepressant to avoid side effects. PGX testing can identify if you're a poor metabolizer or an ultra-rapid metabolizer for certain drugs, allowing doctors to adjust your prescription or choose a different medication altogether. This means treatments are more likely to work, and you're less likely to suffer bad reactions. Speaking of bad reactions, adverse drug reactions, or ADRs, are a huge problem. They cause a lot of suffering and cost healthcare systems a fortune. Pharmacogenomics can flag patients who are at high risk for specific ADRs. For example, a simple genetic test before prescribing an HIV drug called abacavir can almost completely prevent a potentially life-threatening allergic reaction. This personalized approach is making waves in many areas of medicine. In cancer care or oncology, it's a game changer. By testing the tumor's genes, doctors can use targeted therapies that attack the cancer cells specifically, often with fewer side effects than traditional chemotherapy. In cardiology, genetic tests can help doctors get the dose of blood thinners like warfarin just right, reducing risks of bleeding or clotting. For mental health, where finding the right antidepressant or antipsychotic can be a frustrating trial and error journey, PGX can offer clues to which medications might work best sooner. Even in treating infectious diseases, understanding your genetics can influence the choice and dose of antiviral or antimicrobial drugs. It's not just about treating patients today. It's also transforming how new drugs are discovered and developed. Pharmaceutical companies can design smarter clinical trials, find the patients most likely to benefit from a new drug, and even rescue drugs that might have failed in the past because they cause side effects in a small, genetically susceptible group. This means new, effective medicines can get to us faster and cheaper. And there's something called polygenic risk scores, or PRS. Instead of just looking at one or two genes, a PRS looks at the combined effect of many genetic variations across your entire genome to estimate your predisposition to a disease or how you might respond to a drug. It's still evolving, but it's a promising way to predict complex drug responses. Now, as exciting as all this is, there are challenges. Interpreting all this genetic data isn't always straightforward, especially for rare variations. We need clear, standardized guidelines for doctors. Getting this information into electronic health records seamlessly so doctors can actually use it easily is another big step. Cost and insurance coverage are also hurdles. We need to make sure everyone has access to these tests, not just a select few. And, of course, doctors and nurses need training to understand and apply this knowledge. Plus, using genetic information brings up important ethical questions about privacy, discrimination, and ensuring everyone benefits fairly. And let's not forget, our genes are just one part of the story. Lifestyle, diet, and other medications all play a role in how we respond to drugs. But the future for next-generation pharmacogenomics is incredibly bright. Researchers are constantly discovering new gene-drug links. We can expect more preemptive PGX testing. Maybe one day you'll have your genetic profile done early in life, and that information will be there to help guide your doctors whenever you need medication. Well, see PGX applied to more drugs and more diseases, and these genetic insights will fuel the discovery of entirely new treatments. Ultimately, this means more patient empowerment, giving you more information to actively participate in your own healthcare. Next-generation pharmacogenomics isn't just a small tweak to how we use medicines. It's a massive shift towards healthcare that is precise, predictive, and deeply personal. By unlocking the secrets held in our individual genetic blueprints, we are stepping into a new era where the right drug, at the right dose, can be given to the right patient every single time. That means more effective treatments, safer medications, and a healthier future for all of us. That's all for this episode of Fun Facts Online. We hope you found this glimpse into the future of medicine as exciting as we do. Join us next time for more fascinating facts. Thanks for listening.